Let's talk about Honky Donkey. Yes, Honky Donkey. Well, as many of you know, I enjoy a good troll as much as the next man. But can trolling go too far? Is there a point where it just tips over the edge, becomes something else? Or are you of the opinion that no, the world has gone so crazy this past few years that it needs trolling? Everything is up for grabs. We should just troll, and it's the only way. Mockery and ridicule is the only way to highlight the sheer madness, the lunacy. You know the history of court jesters. They were the only ones who could actually speak the truth to power in the form of jests, in the form of jokes. And the modern equivalent of that, you might say, is trolls, and a lot of it's now moved on to the internet, which is where all the action seems to happen in public discourse, in cultural discourse. So yes, the trolling, the court jesters, a lot of them have moved online. But can it go too far? Is there a point where you just have to say, too much, just OTT. Too much. Shouldn't have done that. Well, here's a little ditty for you that I'm going to show you. It's from the Mail Online. Something that popped up, and I thought, oh, hello. There's something a bit interesting. So if you've seen it now, you're going to see it. This is from the Mail Online. It's from Adri Torres for Mail Online. And yes, bad taste. Argentina fast food restaurant Honky Donkey. Honky Donkey slammed for naming a burger after Anne Frank and sides after dictators, including Adolf Hitler and Mussolini.
You serious?
There you go. It set out, it seems, the owner of the restaurant set out, it seems, to create a bit of a stir, get a bit of attention. You know, that's what you got to do these days. You got to get clicks. You got to get eyeballs. You got to get people in the door. It's all about getting attention. Now, this is a pretty creative way to go about getting attention. But let's read on and see if we can get to the bottom of the whole issue. Honky Donkey, writes Adri, a fast food restaurant that specialises in hamburgers, has been criticised for using the Holocaust to market its menu. The burger joint named a hamburger after Anne Frank, a German-born Jewish girl who chronicled her family's persecution before she was killed in 1945. I'm sure many of us, if not most of us, maybe all of us, know the tragic story of Anne Frank and the whole her writings and the terrible end that her and her family came to at the hands of the Nazis in the concentration camps. Absolutely, it's a fascinating tale, a horrific tale, and a lesson for future generations. Anyway, let's not get bogged down with Anne Frank. There's more to this. There's more characters in this tale. The menu also included fries named after dictators Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini.
That's a spicy meatball!
You see, a bit close to the bone there, Honky Donkey. Bit close to the bone, lads. Right, anyway, an Argentine burger joint has come under fire for using the Holocaust to market its menu. Yeah, we know that. The tasteless listings drew the attention of the Jewish community in the Santa Fe town of Rafaela after the fast food restaurant Honky Donkey posted them on its social media network, getting the word out, as you might say. The restaurant named one of its 4 hamburgers after Anne Frank, a German-born. We know who Anne Frank is. Yeah, she kept a diary of her family's persecution from the Nazis in the Netherlands, 1942. Eventually, they were. I don't know where they were found anyway. I don't know if they were somebody ratted on them or whatever, but they were caught and they were sent off to the concentration. It was terrible, horrific times, horrific tale, and there were many more like it. Frank and her family were arrested in 1944 and taken to concentration camps. She was then only 15. and she and her sister died at the concentration camp in Bergen-Belsen in 1945. The 3.5, getting back to Honky Donkey, the 3.5 ounce Anna Frank burger featured bacon, lettuce, tomato, and pickles, and sold for almost $13. They're not cheap. Now, here's the thing. It's not called Anne Frank, all right? You're getting into the weeds here, but, these nuances sometimes matter. I know where he was going with this, or she, whoever the owner of Honky Donkey is. They named it Anna Frank. So you're splitting hairs here, but, do you know what I mean? It's kind of close to the edge. I kind of think we all know the kind of direction of travel here, but it wasn't called Anne Frank. Maybe there's a million Anna Franks in the world who are not called Anne, they're called Anna Frank. Maybe it was, maybe the argument could be posed, well, I was naming it after a friend of mine who's called Anna Frank. Nothing to do with Anne Frank, the unfortunate girl who was killed in the concentration camp. Nothing to do with her at all. Now, you could say, that's a load of baloney. We all know what it is. Fair enough. But let's go on. It's got, we know what's on this burger. 13 quid. I don't think I'd bother. There you go. There's a picture of the Anna Frank from Honky Donkey. See Honky Donkey there? Got her own logo. It's a donkey. Giving it a good... get into this burger, it's great, says the donkey, I assume, saying something of that nature. Anyway, it's a pretty decent looking burger. 13 quid, I don't know. Anyway, okay, we don't need to read that, we know that. What's this? This is the menu from Honky Donkey. The donkey's telling you, papas, you can have Adolf fry, cheddar bacon, papas rusticus. I assume that's potatoes, so it's chips, I assume. You can have Adolf fries. What's this? Genghis. I wonder who Genghis is. Could it be Genghis Khan? There's probably a lot of Genghises around too, have nothing to do with the Mongols. But anyway, Genghis, Papas rusticus. I assume Papas rusticus must be chips in
fucking bullshit.
In the Argentine language. Salsa picante, bit of salsa there. So if you like your chips with a bit of salsa, I'll have a side order of Genghis, please. Or Papas rusticus Benito. Benito it seems to be nothing much on that there. Hitler or Adolf was getting cheddar, bacon, and Verdio. Genghis was getting a bit of salsa picante. Benito doesn't seem to have much going from. It's just Papas rusticus. It's just chips. Put a bit of ketchup on them if you want. Anyway, the Argentine burger joint's tasteless menu included fries named after Italian dictator Benito Mussolini. Well, we don't know this. Yes, Benito's a name, and so was Adolf. I see Adolf on trucks and everything. It's nothing to do with the Nazis. You could make that argument, and you could make that. Oh, we got Mao in there as well. Sorry, I didn't see Mao there. I didn't see Mao. Mao's in there as well. Again, there could be a lot of Maos. China's a big place. I'm sure there's a lot of people call that. Anyway, customers were given, let's read on. Customers were also given the option of adding fries to their order. One of the choices billed was after Nazi dictator Adolf Hitler. Well, it was called Adolf. It didn't say Hitler. It didn't mention Hitler. This is the debate. This is the argument. Can you say, listen, if you think that's named after Hitler, that's on you. It was named after Adolf Mackenzie, who I know from the next village. Could say that. Mightn't believe you, but you're kind of trolling here a bit. See, you're getting into the weeds. But anyway, the Adolf potato fries had cheddar cheese. Yeah, we know that. Bacon and onions, and were listed as slightly over 6 quid. It's expensive enough for fries for a fast food joint. We're not exactly in Gordon Ramsay's restaurant here. This is a fast food joint. Still, I don't know. The restaurant also named it sets of fries after Italian dictator Benito Mussolini, who basically seemed to have nothing going for him. It was just basic fries. Just fries with more fries. Genghis Khan, founder of the Mongol Empire, and Mao Zedong, the Chinese Communist Revolutionary leader. Again, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. It didn't say Genghis Khan. It said Genghis. Maybe you have a friend or somebody called Genghis. Is it named after them? Well, Yeah, anyway, look, we all know the story here. We all know the story. But anyway, in light, the anti-Semitic menus drew the ire of the Raffaella Jewish community. They were straight in there saying, you can't be at this.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
There's a troll, you can't. It's terrible, despicable. In light of the fact that the fast food outlet in our city trivially uses the names of Anne Frank and Adolf to identify its products, the Raffaella Jewish community expresses its deepest rejection and indignation. This is a statement from these guys, announcing that it will take legal action corresponding to the fact in question. The organisation said on its official Facebook page. Now, I don't know how far you'd get with that, because it isn't the Adolf Hitler fries, it's the Adolf fries. And it's not an Anne Frank burger, it's an Anna Frank burger. See what I mean? I don't know how far you'd get with that. You could certainly rustle up a bit of a storm, because they did, and this is all over the place if I saw it. Don't know how you could make that stick in it. There's Anne Frank there. Lovely little girl. It's a terrible, despicable, terrible, horrible story. Anne Frank, we know who she was, and then there's the two boys. Terrible. No, shouldn't laugh. Terrible, terrible, despicable men. Absolute monsters. But were the fries named after them, or were they named after other lads who had similar names? Don't know. We can't get inside the mind of the owner of the honky donkey. Papas, there's your papas there, all your fries. Benito fries, he doesn't say Benito Mussolini fries, it's Benito fries, Adolf fries, you have Mao fries and Genghis fries. What's Genghis got? He's salsa picante again, so there's a bit of something going there. What's Mao got? Can't read it there. Bueva, whatever that is. So everybody except Benito seems to have a bit of something on the fries. Benito he must have had a high opinion of whoever Benito was. Honky Donkey offered an apology and said it had removed the controversial listings from the menu. So if they thought they were going to get a bit of tongues wagging about this, they certainly got them, but a lot more tongues wagging than they probably anticipated, and for all the wrong reasons. This is Honky Donkey again. From our gastronomic venture, we apologise for the offence and the lack of sense of responsibility for the misuse of names that refer to an open wound in humanity as a whole, the restaurant said. So when this thing kind of blew up, there's a picture of the Honky Donkey. It doesn't look okay, like a million other restaurants you've probably seen and been in. Nothing spectacular there. So I suppose this campaign was, try and get bums on seats, people up to the counter. It doesn't look that busy that day. But anyway, so they literally ran with their tail between their legs when the whole thing kind of exploded. As I say, he's a troll. Can you go too far with a troll, and then suddenly the world descends on you? The public reach that the news has gained in recent hours encourages us, this is Honky Donkey, to continue thinking about reinforcing our commitment to the values of defending human rights as unalterable principles for living in a just society and promoting dignified life. The statement added. So there you go, you're kind of getting it all in there. That's a pretty, we're very sorry. Please don't hate us. Please come in and eat our burgers. Irony and cynicism, they went on to say, do not fit when it comes to understanding that there are limits. So it seems they are saying, look, it was a troll too far, and that not everything is the same, and that the request for forgiveness must be accompanied by an amendment to heal the damage caused, says Honky Donkey. We're very sorry. We want to make amends. Honky Donkey said that moving forward, it will be using the name of figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, the Dalai Lama, Barack Obama, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, and Pope John Paul II. All figures who fought for world peace and human rights to market its products. There you go. Can a troll go too far? Honky Donkey thought they stumbled, or somebody maybe in the marketing department, I don't know if a fast food joint has a marketing department, but somebody decided, hey, I've got a great idea. I'm going to fly way close to the sun here on this one. I'm going to go way out there, and that's going to stir a bit in the locale, stir a bit in the kind of the local county, the local area, and get a few people in, get the burgers flying out the door. Yeah, that's not what they got. What they got was the world press descending on them, and the Jewish lobby basically just, threatening all kinds of legal action. And yeah, that wasn't really what they were looking for, but that's what they got. So as you can see, they were quick to pull in their horns and say, sorry, don't look at us, we're going to make amends, sorry for offending anybody ever in the history of the world, and now we're just going to name all our stuff after really benevolent people. So what do you think of that? As I said at the start, can a troll go too far?